Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Life with Shea Rochelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. So I wanted to bring you along with me for a little bit while I do some of the updates to my journal. I decided to document December in my journal. Not every day, because there wasn't something that I wanted to document that happened every day, but just some of the moments that may have occurred that were significant to me in one way or another. I want to share with you how I documented those moments and how I'm pulling the pages together. So here we are, and that's what we're doing. So this spread right here is the moment that I decided that my setup for work was not working for me anymore. I was excited to work from home, but there were so many things that I didn't take into consideration when I decided to make that change and work from home, including having a space that was separate from my other living spaces. And because of that, I started having a whole lot of I don't want to say regrets, because that was not the feeling, but I wasn't satisfied with with anything anymore, and it was creating a lot of anxiety for me trying to work out of the space, like feeling like I was rolling out of the bed and into my job. That was just not life. So I decided it was time to make some changes, and I made the change of separating my workspace from my bedroom. Not physically, not by moving to a different location in my house, because that was not something that would work for where I live in a family that has 7 people. And so because of that, and because that wouldn't work, I instead decided to buy a partition and put that up. And the partition kind of just made everything feel so much better. Me not having to see my workstation when I wasn't working or filming or doing anything. And when I am, being able to not see my room. And so I really just like how it felt. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these stickers down, which would complete this spread. And this is something that I documented from December 12th. I think I started putting the room together maybe like 2 or 3 days prior to that. But this is the day that I captured and wrote. Which I go back and forth. When you do your journaling, how do you date? Do you date it based off of the day the event occurred, or do you date it based off of the day that you're writing it out? If it's something significant to a specific date, I feel like I try to do both, to be honest. I feel like I kind of try to do both. I try to document the day that the event occurred and the day that I wrote whatever the blurb journal moment or whatever is. And so if it's something specific or significant like this, I don't think that it was necessary for me to document the day that I started putting this together. It's kind of all captured in the journal moment itself. So this is a little bit crooked, but I'm okay with it. And then, so I decided I was going to do a countdown to December 25th. And I almost kind of regret, but not really, because I wasn't doing everyday journaling. And so I think it, for that matter, worked out better for me to do it how I did, which was backwards, which was starting at the 25th and ending at the Christmas Day mark. So that's what I did. And as you can see here, the countdown came down to the 13th, which was basically this weekend that just passed. And there were 2 things that significant to the weekend that occurred. One was we had an outdoor movie night at my sister-in-law's house, and we watched Jingle Jangle. That was my third time watching that movie. It was so good. I love that movie, and I really enjoyed watching it outside. We did it for the kids to give them an experience, but I think they enjoyed the extras, like the hot chocolate and the marshmallows and cookies and popcorn. They enjoyed those things more than actually watching the movie. They didn't watch the movie, y'all. They didn't watch the movie at all. But we did, for the most part. But again, that was my third time watching it, and so it wasn't really, for me, it wasn't anything that I hadn't seen before, so I didn't feel like I was missing out. And I think that all my kids had seen it before too. But the whole thought and idea was being able to do something, functionally together that didn't require us to be all crammed inside, with the current state of the world, and be able to have quality time. So I'm very, very glad that we were able to do that. And this was the hot chocolate. This was a picture that I took of my sister-in-laws and my son. This is the screen. And these were some pictures of the kids just kind of doing what they do, being who they are, of course. And I'm going to try to see if I can comfortably fit all of these on. I took my craft paper from out of my book, my craft paper book, from my holiday craft paper book, and I cut it down to size for this, and I glued it in here. And yeah, that's basically how that happened. I'm noticing that I'm missing one of my kids. I don't have no picture of my son. I don't know where he was this whole time. How he eluded getting in any pictures at all. That's crazy. Anyway, so one of my kids is not in the picture, but my nephews, my nieces, and my husband, my sister-in-laws, we were all in the pictures. So I love using this corner rounder. And I thought it wasn't working at first, but come to find out, I have used it a lot of times to cut sticker paper down, and it just was really sticky, and so I was having a hard time cutting certain things. Like, it still doesn't cut vellum well, but something that's like thick and starchy cuts through it really easily, as you could tell, because I'm blowing through these. When I first got this corner rounder, I used to mess up so much with not lining it up properly, and then my cut would look all janky. But yeah, when you're doing your journaling, let me know again in the comments how you date your journal. Are you documenting December like I am? Do you do daily documenting if you are, or is it something that you do more so when events occur, like I do? Which I find it to be a lot less stressful doing it that way instead. All right, so I'm going to speed this up and go ahead and lay everything down here in just a moment. Okay, so I really like how this spread turned out, and as you saw, I had pre-written my little journal moment here, which I actually found here's a tip, helpful. If you're not ready to actually put down your journaling moment, instead of waiting to do everything when you're ready to put down your journaling moment, take a second the day that the event occurs and actually write it out. That way you have your true feelings and if it's joy, sadness, whatever the insight, whatever the true feelings that you had going on in the moment where whatever the event was occurred. If you have them pre-written out, then you can kind of stay true to that. And it'll be a lot easier when you have to go and put everything else down later, to just be able to either refer back and copy over what you wrote then, or to be able to just put it down like I did right then in the moment. But I found it very, very helpful to pre-write my journaling moments. That way, again, I'm capturing my true feelings from that moment in time and not waiting until later when I have to recall how I felt then. All right, so this is the first one, and this is done. And again, this is all dated from right here, December 11th through 12th, 2020. And this is the 11th, and we're gonna do the 12th here. Okay. And if you want to know, by the way, I am drinking Tazo's organic chai tea latte. It's chai tea, and I turned it into a latte by adding some of the International Delights sweet creamer to it. It's perfect with just the chai tea latte and the creamer. I love it. It tastes so good. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to move away from coffee and just drink teas, and drink, when I need the caffeine, drink caffeinated teas instead of drinking the coffee. So I don't know. I'm trying to decide. So I didn't use a couple of pictures that I had, so I'll put those to the side for later use. And the next moment that I'm going to vlog, oh God, that I'm going to document, that I have this page already laid out for, with again another craft paper that's in my Christmassy type of craft sheet, is going to be when we went to a live nativity drive-through on last Saturday, the 12th. It was amazing. We had such a good time. It's something different, something that I had never experienced before. And I really had a great time. I really enjoyed myself. We were able to follow along with the storyline that they were creating based off of the live nativity scenes that they had developed, with a recording that they had made and put audio recordings on their website. And this is at a church in town. It was so interesting, so interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and put this down also, the different scenes. And like I said, I had previously written out the journal moment for it, and this one I did put the date down here. But again, I didn't really even need to do that because I had the date overall on it already. So I'm going to use that. And then I wanted to try to encompass this as well. This is a sticker that I printed out from Pinterest or somewhere. And maybe a couple of other things will get used. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, I'm going to speed it up again to get this down, and I will be right back once again. All right, so that's another spread complete, and here it is. I did the scenes in order from first to last. And I love how this turned out. Found this picture of my family, at least who I could capture in this impromptu shot in the car, or van rather. And then I cut up this card that they gave us when we were there, and it says the Nativity Experience, which is what they called it. And I put these little chipboard pieces on here to kind of just bring it back together. And I love it. I think it turned out really good. All right, so there's that. And I was trying to give my paper some starch because it's falling apart, y'all. My notebook is putting these pieces of paper in here and then putting a card in here kind of made my notebook a little fussy there. So that happened. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do on camera right now. But what I'll do is I will come back on another video and flip through this. I flipped through it when I was like maybe halfway through the notebook, and I'm almost done now. And so before the end of the month, I'll come back and I'll actually flip through it with you and share with you all that I did document this year. Well, actually from the start of this journal, which actually was probably 2019's November, or yeah, November 2019 is when I started this journal. And so it's come a long ways and it's nearly done. I have like this much paper left to use in it, and hopefully my goal was to get through it before the end of this year through documenting December, and I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to just share with you one more time what the layouts look like. And so here is the first one. And again, this is the outdoors movie night, watching Jingle Jangle at my in-laws. And then this is the Nativity Experience drive-through that my family participated in, which was amazing. Such a different event and experience to have. I'm so glad we did. And it wasn't just the people in my car. My sister, her son, my mom, my brother, my grandmother, and my stepdad, they all went. And so these were just the people who were in our car. I love how it turned out. It was so fun. Such a great experience. Like I'm gonna be looking for this every year now. But at any rate, thanks again for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and I did this on camera too, didn't I? And I just shared with you me changing my office area for work into an actual office. And I love how it turned out. I just knew this was definitely a moment that I did not want to go without capturing. So very glad that I did. All right, guys, I will catch you in the next video. Please remember to stay under the blood of Jesus and be blessed. Bye.